Okay, welcome in one and all. I'm now going to be reviewing all of Tuesday night's action in the NHL. There were 9 games on tap, so let's get rolling. So the first matchup, as you can see on your screen, took place between the Montreal Canadiens and the Calgary Flames. There were no goals in the first. It took until the second in order for the goal scoring to open up. Nazem Kadri would get things rolling, getting his third goal of the season, an even strength goal from Zary and Zadorov. That goal happened at the 2 minute and 35-second mark of the second period. Then Lindstrom would then get his first goal as a member of the Montreal Canadiens. That goal happened 17 seconds after Kadri scored at the 2 minute and 52-second mark. An even strength goal from Dvorak and Slavkovsky. And Zary would then give the Flames a 2-1 lead 13 minutes and 7 seconds into that period. His third goal of the season from Anderson and Pospisil. Wow. So 2-1 is the final score. The Flames are now sitting at 5-8-2. And with the loss, Montreal is now back to 500, sitting at 7-7-2. We'll take a look at our next matchup, which takes place in Buffalo, where we have the host team in the Sabres, and they were taking on the Boston Bruins. The Bruins would be victorious in this matchup with a final score of 5-2. Take a look at the goal scoring summary. So Danton Heinen would get his first goal of the season, 3 minutes and 1 second into the first period. An even strength goal from Charlie McAvoy and Poitras. Wow, an even strength goal. I believe I just said that. Pasternak would then get his 11th goal of the season, 4 minutes and 9 seconds into the period. An even strength goal from Zaka and Charlie McAvoy. Brandon Carlo would get his first goal of the season, 15 minutes and 14 seconds into the frame, assisted by Pasternak and Zaka. So it's 3-0 in favor of the Bruins after the first period. In the second, Steen would get his first goal as a member. His first goal of the season, increasing the lead to 4-0 at that point for the Bruins, assisted by Lauko, 4 minutes and 7 seconds into the frame. Lindholm would then increase the lead to 5-0, getting his first goal of the season for the Bruins. And a power play goal, 12 minutes and 23 seconds into that frame, assisted by Pasternak and Brad Marchand. Olofsson would finally stop the bleeding, getting the first goal for the Sabres and his first goal of the season, 15 minutes and 7 seconds into that frame, assisted by Power and Cousins. So it was 5-1 heading into the third period. Olofsson would then get his second goal of the game, therefore his second goal of the season, 15 minutes and 2 seconds into the third period, an even strength goal from Peterka and Mittelstadt, and that is where the final score would be. So with the victory, the Bruins have now improved to 12-1-2, and with the loss, the Sabres are now 1 game below 500. They're sitting at 7-8-1. We'll take a look at our next matchup, which takes place in Columbus, where we have the host team, the Blue Jackets, and they were taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Final score in this matchup would be 5-3 in favor of the away team. So we'll take a look at the goal scoring summary. So Crosby would get his 8th goal of the season, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the first. An even straight goal from Pedersen and Letang. Marchenko would then tie things up 10 minutes and 29 seconds into the period. His 4th goal of the season. There were no assists on his scoring as well. Chinakov, would get his first goal of the season for the Blue Jackets. 19 minutes and 28 seconds remaining, so therefore just 32 seconds to go in the first. Assisted by Gudbranson and Zach Werenski, so it's 2-1 in favor of the Blue Jackets heading into the second period. Jake Gensel would then get his 6th goal of the year, 7 minutes and 4 seconds into the second period, assisted by Hino Strauza and Sidney Crosby, so it was all tied up at 2 heading into the second frame. Erik Karlsson would then give the Penguins the 3-2 lead, his fifth goal of the year, 8 minutes and 40 seconds into that period, assisted by Malkin and Raquel. And Texier would then tie things up, getting his third goal of the season, 11 minutes and 45 seconds into the frame, assisted by Corrali and Danforth, an even strength goal. Crosby would then give the Penguins a 4-3 lead, his ninth goal of the season, 14 minutes and 28 seconds into the period, assisted by Carlson and Gensel. And then Crosby would then ice the game, getting a hat trick, getting his 10th goal of the year, 19 minutes and 23 seconds into the period, assisted by Rust. So 5-3 is the final score. With the victory, the Penguins are now 2 games above 500, sitting at 8-6-0. And with the loss, the Blue Jackets are reeling, sitting at 4-8-4 on the year. Our next matchup takes place in Washington, where we have the host team and the Capitals, and they're taking on probably one of the better teams in the West in the Vegas Golden Knights. So you should see the team's logos on your screen as we speak. The home team in the Capitals would be victorious in this matchup, getting a shutout. Who would have guessed that? 3-0 would be the final score. Dylan Strome would kick things off 16 minutes and 39 seconds into the first, his 7th goal of the season from Milano. There were no goals in the second to speak of. He had to jump all the way into the third, where McMichael would get his 4th goal of the year, and it took until just under a minute to go in order for them to get a second goal of that game, and even a goal from Carlson and Sandin. And then Malistad would then pretty much ice it with less than just over 30 seconds to go, 33 seconds exactly, his second goal of the year, an empty netter, and that is where we stand. 3-0 is the final score. So with the victory, the Capitals are now 4 games above 500, sitting at 8-4-2. And despite the loss, Vegas are still sitting extremely comfortable at the top of that Pacific Division at 12-3-1. So there's really no need to panic if you're a Golden Knights fan. Our next matchup takes place in Texas, where we have the host team and the Dallas Stars, and they were playing against the Arizona Coyotes. So the teams should appear on your screen right away. It took until overtime to decide a winner. 4-3 would be the final in favor of the Stars. Excuse me. Clayton Keller would kick things off 5 minutes and 33 seconds into the opening frame. His 7th goal of the season, assisted by Hayton. Lindell would then tie things up, getting his 1st goal of the season for the Stars. 17 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. 17 minutes and 52 seconds into the period. So therefore, there was 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. His 1st goal of the season, an even strength goal from Lundqvist and Pavelski. So it was all tied up at 1 after 1. Just the lone goal in the second, a power play goal from Rupe Hintz, getting his 6th goal of the year, assisted by Heiskanen and Robertson. And that goal happened at the 9-minute and 32-second mark of the frame. Second period, so I should say. So it's 2-1 in favor of the Stars heading into the third period. Jason Zucker would then get his 3rd goal of the year, a power play goal, 12 minutes and 11 seconds into that third period, assisted by Maccelli and Mosser. Logan Krause would then give the Coyotes a 3-2 lead, 14 minutes and 26 seconds into the third. An even strength goal from Sean Dursey. And then Tyler Seguin would tie things up just over 2 minutes after that, 16 minutes and 40 seconds into that frame. His 3rd goal of the season from Matt Duchene and Ryan Sutter. So it was all tied up, obviously, heading into the overtime period. It just took 42 seconds into that overtime frame for the game to be decided. Matt Duchene would get the game-winning goal, his 6th goal of his season, assisted by Tyler Seguin. So with the victory, the Stars are now sitting at 11-3-1, still sitting atop of that Central Division. And with the loss, the Coyotes are 7-6-2. Our next matchup takes place in the Music City, where we have the host team and the Nashville Predators, and they were taking on the Anaheim Ducks. So you should see the teams on your screen as we speak. The final score in this one would be 3-2 in favor of the away team. There were no goals in the first. We had to jump all the way into the second period to get an opening goal from Philip Forsberg. He would get his 7th goal of the season, a minute and 3 seconds into that second frame, assisted by Carrier and Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan Yossi would then increase the lead to 2-0, a power play goal, 14 minutes and 28 seconds into that frame, assisted by Nyquist and Ryan O'Reilly. Cam Fowler would then decrease the lead to 2-1 with 2.5 minutes remaining in that frame. An even strength goal from Vitarno and McTavish, so it's 2-1 in favor of the Predators heading into the third period. Radko Gudas would tie things up 4 minutes and 11 seconds into that third frame, his 3rd of the season, an even strength goal from Terry and Vakanainen, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, and then Adam Henrique would give the Ducks their first lead of the game, and therefore it was a game-winning goal, his 3rd goal of the season, with just under 4 minutes remaining, 16 minutes and 9 seconds into that third period, so it would have been about 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Oh my gosh, 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third. Wow, that's too much to think. His 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Vakanainen again, and Radko Gudas. So 3-2 would be the final score in favor of the Ducks. So with the win, the Ducks have now improved to 9-6-0, and with the loss, the Predators are now 5 games below 500, sitting at 5-10-0. Come on. All right, now we're off to Missouri, where we have the host team and the St. Louis Blues, and they were taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Voila. The final score in this one would be 5-0 in favor of St. Louis. Colton Parayko would kick things off in the first, getting his 2nd goal of the season, 11 minutes and 9 seconds into that frame. An even strength goal from Rob Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich. So it was 1-0 for the Blues heading into the second period. Jordan Kyrou would increase the lead to 2-0, getting his 3rd goal of the season, 16 minutes and 17 seconds into that second frame. An even strength goal from Krug and Justin Falk. Verano would then give the Blues a 3-0 lead, his 2nd goal of the season. That goal actually happened less than 20 seconds after Kyrou scored. Assist by Torrey Krug and Kevin Hayes, so it was 3-0 heading into the third period. Kapanen would get his 3rd goal of the season, increasing the lead to 4-0, 16 minutes and 2 seconds into that third frame, assisted by Pavel Buchnevich, and then Jordan Kyrou would get his 2nd goal of the game with just about 42 seconds remaining in the frame. His 4th goal of the season from Braden Chen, so 5-0 is the final score. With the victory, the Blues have now improved to 8-5-1, and with the loss, the Lightning are back at 500, sitting at 6-6-4. Let's take a look at the next matchup, which takes place in the province of Manitoba, where we have the host team and the Winnipeg Jets, and they are taking on the New Jersey Devils. So 6-3 would be the final score from Winnipeg in favor of the Jets. So we'll take a look at the goal scoring summary in this one. So there are no goals to speak of in the first. We have to jump all the way into the second. Kyle Connor would kick things off, getting his 12th goal of the year. An even strength goal, 8 minutes and 7 seconds into that period from Morrissey and Iafallo. Perfetti would then increase the lead to 2-0, getting his 5th goal of the year on a power play, 13 minutes and 54 seconds into that frame, assisted by Connor and Morrissey. Thomas Meyer would decrease the lead to 2-1, getting his 5th goal of the year, a power play goal for the Devils, 14 minutes and 54 seconds into the frame, assisted by Palat and Bratt. Marino would then get his first goal as a member of the New Jersey Devils to tie things up. 16 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. 16 minutes and 6 seconds into the frame, so just about 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining into that frame. Assisted by Lazar and Luke Hughes. Nick Ehlers would then get his 3rd goal of the year, giving the Jets a 3-2 lead with a minute and 50 seconds remaining in that frame. Assisted by Perfetti and Sandberg. So it's 3-2 in favor of the Jets heading into the third period. Kyle Connor would get his second goal of the game on a power play, 9 minutes and 54 seconds into the third period, assisted by Scheifele and Morrissey. Morgan Barron would then give the Jets a 5-2 lead at that point, getting his third goal of the year, an even strength goal, assisted by Namastankov and Pionk, 11 minutes and 58 seconds into that frame. Mercer would then decrease the lead to 5-3 at that point, a power play goal, 14 minutes and 17 seconds into the third period, assisted by Dougie Hamilton and Eric Holla. And then Nick Ehlers would ice the game, giving the Jets a 6-3 lead at that point. His fourth goal of the season, assisted by Morrissey and Appleton. So that happened with about a minute and a half remaining in the game. So with the victory, the Jets are now sitting at 8-5-2. And with the loss, the Devils are now just one game above 500, sitting at 7-6-1. And the last matchup on Monday takes place in California, where we have the host team and the San Jose Sharks, and they were taking on the Florida Panthers. So clearly one team is doing excellent, the other team is doing piss poor, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. The final score in this one would be 5-3 in favor of the Panthers. Rolomberg would kick things off 12 minutes and 34 seconds into the first. There were no assists on his goal. That is his second goal of the season. 1-0 at that point in favor of the Panthers. Just over 3 minutes after that, Mike Hoffman would get his first goal as a member of the San Jose Sharks, assisted by Smith and Ruda. 15 minutes and 58 seconds into the first period. So it was all tied up at 1 heading into the second period. Just the lone goal to speak of in the second. Sam Reinhart would get his 12th goal of the year on the power play, 12 minutes and 9 seconds into that second frame, assisted by Ekman Larson and Matthew Tkachuk. So it was 2-1 in favor of the Panthers heading into the third period. Thomas Hertl would get his third goal of the year, power play, 6 minutes and 11 seconds into that frame, assisted by Zetterlund and Granlund. Kunin would then get his third goal of the year, giving the Sharks a 3-2 lead, an even strength goal from Gushtin and Granlund. Verhaeghe would then tie things up on a power play, 10 minutes and 6 seconds into the third period, so just over halfway into the game, or in the end of the period. A power play goal from Tkachuk and Barkov to tying things up at 3. Stenlund would then give the Panthers a 4-3 lead, just a minute and 3 seconds after Verhaeghe scored his fourth goal of the year, assisted by Belinkis and Lorentz. And Barkov, with just about 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the game, would get his sixth goal of the year from Verhaeghe and Sam Reinhart. So 5-3 is where we stand in that one. So with the victory, the Panthers are now sitting at 10-4-1. And with the loss, the Sharks, as I said, are reeling out of control, being obviously the dumpster fire of the NHL, sitting at 2-13-1. As always, if you like this type of content and you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative at the same time. Wow. As always, take care.